Tell us about the time you did ayahuasca in the Amazon.
Just bam.
Straight. Sure you want to go straight there?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, it was a very life-changing, monumental experience for my life. Anyone that's done ayahuasca would know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, it shaped and changed my life forever.
How so?
Man, have you done ayahuasca?
I have not.
I don't think we'd have enough interview time to really cover every topic, but it just gave me a completely different perspective on, myself, how I'm living my life.
Well, tell people what it's made out of.
It's made out of a root, like a creeping vine and a leafy plant.
Okay.
That's there.
And they boil it.
They boil it there's a 3,000-year-old culture of, the Shipibo tribe there that use ayahuasca, and it's phenomenal, man. I highly recommend the traditional setting, going to Peru and doing it in that setting with a proper shaman.
Okay.
Yeah, to anyone.
Is it like doing acid?
It's not really getting high. It's like a mental, spiritual experience.
Okay.
So it's not. I'd say if your reasons would be going because I like doing acid, then it's not really the right reason that you
don't do it for recreational purposes.
I see.
It's not. That little hint that you get when you might do acid, and you go, okay, there's something a little bit more profound maybe happening with the world. That's your hint to what it would be like, but it's not a drug experience. It's a thing. It's a massive honor to be able to go there as well. So
for sure,
I think probably the only gringos going there to get high would kind of horrify them if that was the way it was exported and talked about. So.
Did you do it too?
No, I haven't done it.
Okay.
So I've done a lot of research. It's not for me at this stage. I'm sure there will be a time and place for me in my life, but I wasn't ready. And that's the thing. You don't treat it like a recreational thing. It's a ceremony. It's
it's medicine.
Yeah, it's medicine.
Yeah.
So you do it when you feel it's the right time. You're not just doing it because you want to go and party in the jungle. It's not that at all. So.
It's definitely not a party.
No.
Did you have any crazy experiences, out-of-body experiences for Aesthesis when you guys were writing?
Wow, that's a hard one to say. Like, I think it was the most creative time in our lives while we were making that album too, and we were all in there together, just jamming, being really close, living in the studio.
So we had a lot of in-the-moment moments.
Yeah. So
okay.
Everyone was really present. It was a really we created a really good space for it, and it was a real. It was just super positive, and
creating a space meaning that with the environment specifically that you were in.
Yeah, it was just everyone. The way everyone's ego was there. The way that everyone accepted everyone's ideas and
everyone's role.
The space we held there, it was a nice little, awesome big octagon room we were in. So we had lots of time for everyone to chase their tangent if they had a tangent. So
yeah, we got to make the album we 100% wanted to make, which we always do, but we did it all together in the perfect space with the time that we had, and we worked really hard. So yeah.
How important do you think environment is for creativity?
Super. Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
Well, that was we just described our experience there. Like, we kept it very positive. And even down to the stuff with lighting and stuff. We made sure it was a comfortable space where you could really, just unfold and
had to be comfortable with each other, like everything that was going on at the same time, sort of thing. So everyone who was there was meant to be there. There was no intruders. There was nothing like that. It was really a chance to be yourself and do
basically
what you
with
wanted
creativity. You don't want any kind of external boundaries or limits put on it. So being able to create a space is pretty easy. You know what I mean? Like,
totally.
And then you've got all the other layers of like how you treat the other people and how open you are at criticism or to give criticism. That's the next layer.
How to make a good vibe.
Yeah.
We know how to create it amongst ourselves. You know what I mean? Good positive attitudes. So, yeah.
Except this guy.
I'm the negative one.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Well, the last time I saw you, 2011, you guys came to the States and you were touring with metal bands.
Yep.
So a lot's changed since then. And you toured with metal bands for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Did that get tiresome? Was that uninspiring after a while?
No, not really. It was pretty amazing seeing some of those incredible musicians up close.
Yeah.
Like playing with animals as leaders. Like like the three best people of their instrument possibly in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was inspiring more than anything. You know, it did in a way inspire us. We knew what we didn't want to write for the new album, you know, because we saw a lot of heavy metal. So that's, and for me it was more, I just saw all of the bases that had been covered. I couldn't think of what we could offer to that, you know, based on what we'd seen. So it was like, I'm pretty sure I've seen every which way that you can do a beat and misplace a snare and do a chuggy gen bit. Everyone completely nailed.
We're still fans of all that music, but we knew that that's not the album we wanted to make, sort of thing. Yeah. But it was awesome to tour with them. We made so many friends along the way.
Yeah, totally.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Born of Osiris, probably the heaviest band, you know, you can get. And they're like family. You know?
Yeah. So how does it differ playing with bands like POD in 10 years? More radio-friendly bands.
Well, I guess the singing component and just the genres like fits our genre better. So when you're playing to people that've never heard you before, which is kind of what we're doing every night, their ability to absorb your music without the barrier of their taste is so it's like it's been awesome. It's been the best tour we've ever done. This tour.
Interesting. I was reading an interview that you guys did recently, and you were talking about how the new album, the meaning behind it is expanding your perspective. So when you're at home and you're not on tour and you're not playing shows, do you have daily rituals that expand your perspective on a daily setting?
Not that I'm super aware of.
No, I mean,
I've got a generally open mind.
Yeah, I think we're always on a little bit of quest for knowledge. You know, we're studiers of the world around us, sort of thing. But I don't treat it as a ritual. You know,
Vinnie likes to battle with flat earthers.
Yeah,
that's his online hobby.
That's my new hobby. Yeah, but I don't want to discount them. You know, I like to listen to everyone's point of view on theories on life and things like that. So I take everything with an open mind and then form my own perspective on those sort of things. So yeah.
Right. Well, more specifically, what's a day in the life like for both of you?
At the moment?
No, not when you're in Australia. Just chilling.
Man, if we're not doing this, we're kind of writing or just you know sort of getting together to do some working individually on some starting ideas and just living life with a smile on our face.
Yeah, true. That's it.
It's a full-time endeavour, so there's not really time for anything else.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, we might go swimming or enjoying the beautiful country and culture that is our homeland. But
definitely taking more showers than what happens on the bus.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there ain't too many showers in there.
Yeah.
Last time we talked, you were talking about how when the band started, you guys did it mostly for fun. You didn't really have any crazy aspirations.
No.
Do you think having that openness allows you to succeed faster in like this weird counterintuitive way?
Yeah. I feel like you don't try and fit a mold then, you know. I'm actually newer to the band, so I wasn't there right when it started, but what I liked about this band was they did it their own way. They weren't trying to fit a mold, they weren't trying to be on the radio or anything like that. But it turns out that they created something so fresh that the radio wanted to know about it, or things like that. So that was pretty cool, yeah.
I think what we still hold from the start is that we write the music to please ourselves first. Still, we don't really, I don't think we could actually do it. We couldn't write a song for American rock radio or Yugoslavian deep southern,
or even if someone said write a song for our movie or something like that.
We have to be able to please ourselves first. But
yeah, true.
Yeah, I think I could get inspired by a movie. Definitely, I think. Movie.
Yeah, true. If we got to see it first, knew what it was about, if it was in the right context for us, I guess.
I want to write a song for Mr. Robot.
Oh, true. Yeah, you do.
I've been fantasizing about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good fantasy.
Yeah.
You were talking about criticism and the different layers when you guys are writing.
Yep.
So where does criticism come into play with that?
Just feedback, there's a way to deliver criticism to your bandmates because you're like brothers, and the thing about family is when you know each other and the deepest level, you know what buttons not to push and what to push and how to give criticism and receive it. You got to be able to receive criticism without you got to be able to receive your criticism without too much of your heart in it, you know what I mean? So
Right.
there's a responsibility of the person giving it not to say it in a way that has any barbs or triggers, and you to receive it in an unemotional way, because that sacred circle when we're creating the music at the first point, we trust everyone that's there. So I trust, unless we disagree, then he's wrong. I genuinely trust what Vinnie says.
Now that's the thing. I think that's what makes us write the best music we can, is by understanding and accepting everyone's, if they don't quite understand exactly what you've done, or if you're trying to get your idea across, but it's close, but it's not quite there.
Are you talking about me?
No, I'm talking about everyone. But everyone, you have to let people know that if you don't like it, you can't hide behind it because you don't want to upset them or something like that. We have to be open to accept the criticism to create the best music we can, and that's what I find that we are quite good at, sort of thing. Like I've been in other bands before where you let the singer do what they do, and you let the drummer do what they do, and you let someone else do what they do. Mm-hmm. Everyone helps each other write their parts in this band, and that's what's important about our sound, and that's what's important about getting the best product out in the long run. So
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys have become very successful over the years, and I'm curious, coming up, was there bad advice that people gave you that in retrospect you're like, I'm glad I didn't take that?
Yeah, actually, when we wrote One Step, and which is a song off our This Is the Warning, and another song Big, and so we had the 2 singles for the album like quite early on, and we'd just been signed to a label, and the label said to us, guys, you got the single, just smash out a couple of album tracks and we'll get this album out. And we were like, mate, we don't do skip tracks. So we'll need another 6 months of writing, or 3 months, whatever it was. And that was, I found that pretty bad advice, because I think that's what's happened to a lot of the music industry, where people have a single and the costs, like we would spend 4 times the amount of money on the songs that aren't singles, making them as good as what the singles are, like just by having to spend more time in the studio. And so I thought that was pretty bad advice. It was like the cheap way out. That maybe spawned a culture of, there was a period there for about 10 years where there'd be like 2 good songs on an album, and then there'd be a bunch of ones you'd be like, what the fuck is this? But then you go back to like Tool, Anima, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic, and in that time period, then the whole album was like fucking amazing, and you just
definitely.
be like, everyone would have a different favorite song, and that's what our motto's tried to be, be the all killer, no filler.